Listen to this, man.
Would y'all rather have a fat boyfriend or an abusive boyfriend?
I'd rather have an abusive boyfriend. I don't f with fat boys.
Hey, what about you?
Abusive.
Abusive. Oh, abusive. Oh,
You give your 20s to the street Negroes.
Now, you see that girl who walked up at the back? I bet she won't say that. But you look at her now, she would be considered unattractive compared to them, but they're all just girls now. Imagine when they become adults. I guarantee you, she'll be more attractive than all of them, because if they don't have tattoos on them right now, all three of them going to have tattoos on them, and she probably won't.
Now, we see all the time that money, fame, prestige, all of these things draw women. But it begs the question, if that's what all these women are about, isn't it logical for a man to say there's no need for me to have a wife because any man who has a little bit more than me of any of those things can easily draw my woman away? You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
See, you're not even competing with men just in the world trying to make the best life for yourself. When you take a woman on in this particular society, especially a woman who's caught up on this social media and all of these things that are shown, whether they be authentic or not, it doesn't matter. She wants her life to be a movie. And in the movie, the most paid, successful guy tends to always get the girl.
Baby, I know that you need somebody to make you feel like you somebody, but that's worth some paper, so buy me. You wanna try me? I said, baby, I know that you need somebody to make you feel like you somebody, but that's worth some paper, so buy me. You wanna try me, girl?
You give your 30s to the pretty boys.
Gone are the days of women flocking to romance novels where the good guy gets the girl. They don't want that anymore. You young men need to really be concerned about any man who's still pushing to you that marriage is the best thing for you to do. Now, what you see in this video, man, is just a woman being a woman. Here's a man, she doesn't know him from a can of paint. She don't know when the last time he took a shower. She don't know what woman he's been with. She has no idea of any of those things, and she doesn't care. All she cares about is her desire to prove that she is his number one fan. And here's the thing you have to understand, and I'm telling you this because I know it. Every city he goes to, there's another one just like her, if not more than one. And then there are women who didn't go to the show who would be this way. And this is no hate on a man who's attained a level of fame and notoriety and financial security. But the thing is, why in this society, when everyone has so much access to everything they want to have access to, would you as a man say, okay, I'm still going to wife a woman. I'm still going to be monogamous to one woman. Yes, if we were in a world where women were worthy of that position, put a woman in that position. But I'm sorry to tell you men. Matter of fact, I'm not sorry to tell you men. I'm absolutely overjoyed to tell you men the truth, that those days are long gone. Because this same woman, if she has the opportunity, will actually go backstage and give this man not a simulated brain surgery, but a true brain surgery. And then go home to her man and kiss him and love on him like nothing has changed. I'm not making this up. You men know this as well as I know it. Even women know this. It's getting to the point where there are some women among us who are just totally flabbergasted by the things that some of these other women will do. They literally look at other women and say, wow, I can't believe she do that. We've gotten to the point where there are no consequences and repercussions for a woman's actions. Because here's the thing, some beta male simp mangina will know that his woman is doing this and keep her or let her stay. because men don't have any backbone. There are men out here telling you that being in love is not a bad thing, that being in love doesn't make you weak. Of course, being in love makes you weak. Being in an emotional state that you can't control, of course, makes you weak as a man. You have to understand that I'm not saying that there is no woman who is worthy of that position. I'm saying you better damn sure make her prove she is before you just thrust her in that position. And you'll find out quickly that the majority of these modern women don't even want to prove nothing. I had a bro tell me once, well, I don't have to prove anything. Now, mind you, she'll go to a job and prove that she's worthy of that job. She'll go to college and prove that she's worthy of that degree. She'll go anywhere and prove that she's worthy of anything. She'll try to have a hobby. Let's say she's a model. She'll go to any fashion show anywhere and prove that she's worthy of that position. But a woman who don't want to prove anything to you as a man. Why? Because there's so many beta male simp manginas out here who don't make women prove anything. As a matter of fact, a beta male simp mangina can have a woman who portrays herself as one thing, and then he finds out that she's not that. Her actions disprove that, and he'll still keep her. We live in a society where men are overrun with this need to be validated by expectations. Not their own expectations, not even God's expectations, society's expectations, and even worse than that, the expectations of the modern woman. You know how many men still listen to women tell them,
if you were a real man, you do this. If you were a real man, you do that.
I have women tell me all the time, well, you don't want to fall in love because you're scarred. No, I don't want to fall in love because falling in love is dumb. You find me a man who's been heartbroken, that man was in love. You find me a man who feel like his life is over after some relationship, that man was in love. You find me a man who commits suicide after a relationship, that man was in love. You find me a man who becomes an alcoholic after a relationship, that man was in love. The problem with being in love isn't the fact that it just makes you weak. It's the fact that it makes you weak and you can't barely overcome it. It puts you in a situation where you lose too much if a woman decides she doesn't want to be with you anymore. And 9 times out of 10 in this society, you're going to have a woman who is not going to stay with you long term. Women don't want long-term relationships. Women want this relationship to last as long as it needs to last before she's on to something bigger and better. That's not a bad thing. That's not a good thing. It's a true thing. Women in this society have been told that it doesn't matter what you do. You have the right to be who you want to be, behave how you want to behave, sleep with as many men as you want to, use men for money all of you want to. Why? Because men have done it for years and now it's our turn. And then you have beta male simp manginas out here promoting the same thing. Charlemagne. Men believe that it's women's turn to be what women believe men have been. And in some cases, what men have been. These dudes are guilt tripping themselves so bad that they say, well, we've had our turn to be men. It's our turn to be women and let the women be men. Well, that ain't gonna never fly in the alphasphere because it makes no sense. It has no benefit and it will only destroy your manhood and masculinity. So to you men out here with these girlfriends who want to go out on the weekends, she was out on the weekend. To you men out here who have girlfriends who want to go on girls' trips. See, she was with her homegirls. This was a local girls' trip. The modern woman wants too much freedom to ever put her in a situation that requires dedication and loyalty. Because dedication and loyalty are responsibilities that are the opposite of freedom. Owning up to responsibility eliminates an amount of your freedom. That's just what it is. You don't have financial freedom like you did before you have a child. Once you have a child, you have a responsibility financially. So some of your income is not free anymore. Some of your time is not free anymore. Some of your focus is not free anymore. Some of your dedication is not free anymore. And in this society, a bunch of these women can't even take that responsibility seriously. So how in the hell you think she's gonna take the responsibility to being in a relationship with you seriously? Don't be dumb. And don't listen to guys who are dumb. Use your brain to think. Use your spirit to feel. Use your spirit to feel. That way you don't get caught up in an emotional wreck. That way you don't get caught up in emotional wreckage and end up keeping a bro who's out here behaving like this. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alpha sub, betas down, it's the motto. Sims claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alpha sub, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alpha sub, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alpha sub, betas down, it's the motto.